Hits, one run, no men left on. That ends the rally for the inning. Tied at 2.
Buddy moves up 90 feet.
This is a
Fuming.
Strange mosquitoes.
Daniels to third. Buddy moves up 90 feet.
more baseball after these messages. This is the Psychedelic Music Show. On base after 8 for a steal.
You're listening to Super Mega Radio.
I'm getting to the paper. I want all of it. It ain't really no debate. I got a bigger following. I'm in it to win. I got charisma. That's a big part of it. You hit a wall. Down bad. You this close to calling it. I've been really patient. It's my time to pop off. You know I'm bad about it. Gotta get my money involved. I'm so original. I could never make up my flaws. I got the
Come on down, see the 3 B's at Colonial Plaza tonight. The Plaza, the Parade, the Platypi. Good luck to nature's almost duck thing.
All right, welcome in. This is Super Mega Baseball 4. We are going to be doing a shuffle draft using my custom-made NFL rosters. They're updated as of last season as far as roster moves. I'm planning on making these like 100% accurate after the draft happens a couple weeks from now. So like Khalil Herbert's still on the Bengals. Sam Hubbard's still active. But in the free agency pool, I do have all the rookies. Ashton Genty, Ted McMillan, Tyler Warren. maybe not all the rookies, but I have well over 100. I'm planning on doing a Denver Broncos shuffle draft. So we're going to be starting here. We're going to be doing a mix of the NFL and the SMB rosters. Let's do... Let's do 30. Let's do 40 games. Go third inning for the auto runner, or the ghost runner. Playoff teams. This is the only part that's kind of tricky. Like I wish we could go in the middle and just go like 12 or 14. But I just feel like 8's too few for a 32 team league. So we're going to go 16. Half the team, or half the league makes the playoffs. That kind of sucks, but I think that's for the best. When you compare it to the NFL, 14 teams make it, so 16 you just add one more per conference. Playoff series, best of 5, shuffle draft on. Okay, so Lantana. I'm not sure how her name is said. Laramie Tunsil, catcher. He'd be a nice catcher. He's 30 years old. We'll see. Carlton Starr. He's a superstar. He's only 22. He might be the pick. Huffy Buffler.
Super Mega Radio.
Noodle Arm and Slowpoke. Kind of hurt him there.
Do you fish?
Xavier Howard. He's decent. He's pretty balanced all around.
For the fish fishing fisherman.
Asante Samuel Jr. I'm surprised he's still a free agent in real life. He'll be a nice pick at outfield or at right field. He's only 24 with Little Hack. Sirloin Jones. He's an old closer. Lovelorn. Meh. I'm gonna go with Carlton Starr. Shortstop. Pat Surtain went to the Bills. That sucks. Steamboat Weissel. He's a beast. Harrison Smith. He's good. He's kind of old though. Vinny Vortex. Heidi, my bets. Thrash. Jordan Poyer, he's a good reliever, but he's 33. Keenan Allen, he's a good left fielder, but he's 32. Xavier McKinney might end up to being the pick. I'll go Steamboat. Got a top tier reliever. Oh, Malik Neighbors. I need a bean. Would be a good ace. Malik Neighbors at left field. He's got decent power, decent contact, good speed, good arm, good defense and solid offense. He's only 21. Nobody else here is really stands out. Nick Benito. Malik Neighbors. Jordan Love. He could be our ace. Boo Lewis, he's a good catcher. Trent McDuffie, he'd be a good center field pick. Ryan Stonehouse, he'd be a good reliever, but we have Weissel. Same thing with Sanders. Armand Membu, the upcoming rookie offensive tackle. He would be a good pick. He's only 21 years old. First pitch slayer. No more stubs. Brian Thomas Jr. Neighbors and BTJ on the corners would be real fun. I think Jordan Love is the pick though, just to get our first starting pitcher off the board. Brian Thomas. Let's go Love. Larry LaJoy, Meow Bubkins, five pitches, good accuracy. Eric McCoy, solid catcher. Stu Burko, not very interested. Quiddy Bay, he's a good offensive second baseman. Tough out. That would be fun, but I don't know about right now. I think it's too early. Herbert Hackman, he's just an offensive, like he'll be a DH. We don't have DH in our conference, so we have the ABC and the NBC. American Baseball Conference, National Baseball Conference. The ABC does not have DH, but the NBC does. Man and Moon. Yeah, he's fine. I feel like Eric McCoy is probably the pick. That'll get Scholarly to tier 2. He's not fast, but everything else is good. And he's not too old. He's only 27. Go Eric McCoy.
Pinata cargo container on the highway. Sliding for a few miles now, and hopefully it'll come to a rest soon, but it's
Alright, so we got Hayata, third base. She's fast with good contact, but wild thrower. Sam Laporta, he's a good first baseman. He's only 23. He would be a pretty good pick. Kenneth Grant, upcoming rookie defensive tackle from Michigan. Long reliever. 4 pitches. Gets ahead. I think he might be the pick. Cameron Dicker. Good reliever. Dax Hill will be the other starting pitcher. Brian Robinson at center field. Not bad. The hot dog. Go Kenneth Grant. We are leaning into Scholarly right now. We might have to back off from that. Amazo Hayes. He would be a pretty good reliever if we were picking one later on. Nick Bolton. He's not bad. He's got good defense, but it seems like that defense is kind of wasted being at first base. But he is first base infield. Jade Barron, another rookie cornerback. He would be a cool center fielder. He doesn't have the best arm. Pretty solid overall. He's only 23. Bertha Banks, third base. Zoom De La Cruz, second base. Speed and fielding is off the charts. Seymour Sachs, right field. Shador Sanders. Damn. I think I want to go Shador. Yeah, I want to go Shador because I want to kind of lean away from the Scholarly right now. We've already got it up to tier 2. We can kind of hold off on that. So Shador Sanders, number 2 pitcher as of now. He can develop. Jane Daniels to the Bills. The Bills are getting everybody. Can we? I like looking at other teams as they draft. Harmony Strauss, Tito Moonshada, Pat Surtain, Harrison Smith, Marsha Brown, Jaden Daniels. The Bills going to be a good team. Mason Graham, another rookie. Too bad we're to have our catcher. But he only has 50 arm. Contact versus lefties. Cooper DeJean would be a fun center fielder. Omari and Hampton. This is the rookie round. Tyler Smith. First base. He'd be good for offense. And he's young. We could probably take someone else to first base later on. What's up, Ed? You should totally get this game, man. Super Mega Baseball 4. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but yeah, I am drafting. This is my... So I created the entire NFL, right? So I created full teams, rosters, logos, uniforms, and all the players. For this game, each team has 22 player rosters. So I created 22 players for every single team, plus I think at the time there was like 40 or 50 in the free agency pool, and I created over 100 of the upcoming NFL rookies. So that's why we got Mason Graham here, Omari and Hampton, the running back. We
Big power flicker here, so either there's a major electrical storm outside.
Yeah, man, we got Shador Sanders as our number 2 starting pitcher. Hang on, let me pull it up. Shador. What do you think? Dude, I got so excited to see Neighbors on the board. We had, a couple rounds ago, we had the choice between Brian Thomas Jr. to play right field or Jordan Love. And at the time, we didn't have a starting pitcher. So I was like, as much as I would love to see Neighbors and BTJ together, I got to take at least our first starting pitcher. C+ is generous? I don't know about that. I don't know. I think Shador could be pretty good. I mean, that's why he only has 3 pitches right now. He goes up to 5, so. Like Jordan Love has 4 pitches. Like, he can develop more, but, just out of the box, giving him 3, I think that's fair. 60 speed for a pitcher, I think that's, pretty solid. Think he's going to be the new Jameis Winston? I don't think so. I think he's more accurate than Jameis, but Jameis is more of the just chuck that bitch up and hope somebody comes down with it. And like we've seen throughout his career, like he'll have like those 4 touchdown games and 4 interception games. I think Shador would be. I think he's going to be more safe than that. Hey, one boy. No, I don't think we wasted it. I don't think we wasted it at all. It's kind of like drafting for need. Like, C+ is not a bad overall grade. And, like, his stats aren't great, but plus it's just the idea of having Shador on the team is just fun. You know what I mean? And he's only 23, so he can get better. Alright, so what we got now is we got Flash Evans. I'm thinking DeJean. He could play center field. He's got utility. He's only 21, and he has utility and little hack. I think that'll be a good pairing with Neighbors. Hampton, he's fine. That's kind of how I am on him in real life. coming into the draft. Like he's a fine running back, but I don't want the Broncos to take him at 20. And that's where he's being mocked like everywhere. And Tyler Smith is kind of the only other realistic option I'm thinking of. We're really diving into scholarly right now, but it's only round 8. I'm thinking DeJean. What do you guys think? Unless you guys wanted to start over, and then we could just talk through every single pick. You like it? All right, let's go with DeJean. Oh yeah. Let's start over. This is we'll look at the team that I had, and then we'll start over. So we got Eric McCoy at catcher. Carlton Starr was our first pick. Malik Neighbors and Cooper DeJean. Jordan Love, Shador Sanders, Kenneth Grant. I was kind of excited about that pick. Only 21 years old, 4 pitches, 72 velo, gets ahead, and then Steamboat. I want to show you though, the Bills had some good players. Sort by overall. Pat Surtain at short, Marsha Brown right field, Hito at third base, Carlson as the closer. They drafted him pretty early. I was kind of surprised about that one.
Keep it American. We got pop-up showers downtown.
Harrison Smith, he's good, but he's old. You know how it is. Harmony Strauss, good catcher. Jonathan Jones, solid. And Jaden Daniels.
Get it, Nick? Here's a track for your flee for freedom. We're rooting for you.
So yeah, the Bills were looking good. So the Bills fans are going to be like, come on. I gotta want to restart. But yeah, let's do it again. Well, I don't want to make him too OP. You know what I mean? He is for sure. I'm not saying he's bad at all. Jaden Daniels is amazing. But it was still just his rookie season, you know what I mean? I gotta wait a second to kind of see how he develops. And if I started him off with like an A, like that automatically puts him with Joe Burrow and Mahomes, like I think he'll definitely get there. But we saw like CJ Stroud. You know what I mean? So we could pick a different team too to use if you guys want to. Burrow needs a coach and a line and Jesus, to be honest. But yeah, if there was a different team you guys wanted to see me use. Well, obviously I'm a Broncos fan. But I'm open to using whoever because it's a shuffle draft. And I've used the Broncos so many times, so I've used the Broncos so many times, I could be open to using somebody else. Oh, and the NFC has DH and the AFC does not. If that kind of, decides it for you. I'll scroll through so you can see the logos. I just wish that we could like share these rosters and download them and stuff. I'm so proud of this one. I put so much work into the Giants. Yeah, if you guys see one that you want me to hop on. The only one I would say is probably not the Cowboys because of how the home and away uniforms are kind of different than everybody else. Like we got the dark colors for the home team or for the home jerseys, and Cowboys have the white ones, and it's always confusing. You open for any? Okay.
Member supported radio. Super
Let's go with
Mega
the.
Need a nosh? Slam your face with a slammer burger. You am what you slam. Home run.
Let's go with the Panthers. We have DH over here. So again, we got the NFL players and we have the SMB original players. All right, so we're gonna start off with Ace. 5 pitches, 29 years old. K collector. Aubrey, he's an elite reliever. Quinn Williams, great catcher. Kayvon Thibodeau, he's young. He's good, but not in this round. Zach Ertz. Penei Sewell, cannon arm at third base and first. TJ Hawkinson at catcher. He has cannon arm, but he's also injury prone. I wanted to keep it kind of like real life. And Jordan Davis, he's a good, not great, but good shortstop and catcher with first pitch slayer. Yeah, you like Ace? Yeah, I think that's where I was leaning to. Yeah, I agree. You can find some B guys late. Alright, let's go Ace. Alright, let's see. Yasser Morse. A reliever, 31 years old. Talanoa Hufanga. I'm really excited for him in Denver. At center field. He's got amazing defense. Amazing overall. Decent power in my gamer. Willie Bacon. Outside pitch. Harmony Strauss. Pretty good catcher, but we could probably get that late. George Karlaftis. Decent shortstop. 23 years old. No, not with 15 accuracy. I don't even know how the announcer says his name. Is it Pomp Duchy? Duchy? I don't even know. DJ Moore, right field. Pretty solid. Bad ball hitter. Is it just the bad word? Not bad word, but is it is it pronounced how we think it's pronounced? All right, so there's that. I wasn't really looking to him anyways. Personally, I'm between Gasser, Hufanga, and DJ Moore. What do you guys think? Between gas, yeah. Hufanga's, I don't want to feel like I'm being biased because he's a Bronco now. And an A reliever, he's 31. He's only 24. I feel like we gotta go center field, right? Yeah, you can develop Hufanga even more. Even if he didn't develop, a B plus with these ratings in my game are still really good. Yeah, let's go Hufanga. You guys like the logos? Oh my god. You guys see him too, right?
Or the pricey seats, of course. But if you're in the cheap seats with the rest of us, bring that gull blocker. Or, you know, go ahead, take your chances. They say it's good luck. Well, let's jam.
Okay, so there's 3 absolute superstars right here. So obviously we have Hito at third base with high pitch, 98 power. Christian Gonzalez is an incredible right fielder. So pretty much it's a combination of the positions that they play, which you can see on the player card by their portraits. Between that, they have their age, their handedness, and at the bottom you see, like for him it says stimulated. There's different traits. So different traits. We, depending on how many players we have at certain chemistries, which are the different colors, determines how much they can impact the player ratings. So you see a stimulated 10% chance of fitness becoming juiced. So yeah, so basically for the final few innings, they could be like off the charts pumped up. And, you know, 10%, 5%, 20%, all depending on how many players of that chemistry that we have on the roster. A buddy of ours, he has a tutorial video who explains this stuff like way better than I could. So, alright, so Gonzalez, right? He's basically Hufanga at right field. And he's only 22. But the other one I was looking at was Jaden Daniels. Just for the fun of it, man. We were just talking about him. We also have Bartholomew, 37. I don't think so. Charles Cross, good catcher. He's young, but he doesn't even have a second position. Just Dalton Kincaid. He was a big disappointment for me in fantasy last year, dude. Like, I legit thought he was going to be the #1 tight end by the end of the season. Big whiff on that one. Cam Hayward, he's good, but he's 35 and he has no arm. Run to third, she's good. She's a little older. We're not going to go with her. So Gonzalez, we can get a great duo at outfield with him and Hufanga. We could go with Hito at third base, who's just a superstar. Or we can go Jaden Daniels, a young superstar, as our #2 catcher. Okay, I'm open to Hito. I'm definitely open. We just also have to keep in mind the payroll. I think so far we've taken like the #1 or #2 most expensive guy. It's only the 3rd round, so we have plenty of time to kind of make up for that. But yeah, I can go with Hito. Alright, Derek Stingley, who's basically the same as Hufanga and Gonzalez, but he's at left field. Henry Hamster. Good defense, very good defense. And Big Hack. Swear the cut stiff, young, but she has choker. Kenneth Grant, there's my guy. In the game and in real life. He's such a beast. He'll be a great long reliever. Jeremiah Usu-Karamoa, shortstop. Pretty good. Jalen Phillips, pretty good. Injury prone. Really sucks for him in real life. He's so young with so much potential, but he keeps getting hurt. Like, that just sucks. Byron Murphy, another long reliever. If we were going to get a long reliever, I'll go with Grant. And Noteboom, he's 29. I'd kind of pass on him. Kind of looking at Stingley, but we keep going expensive. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys think Stingley? You think Grant? Somebody else? That's very true. That's very true. We have 22 rounds. Alright. Got a good young outfield being made, built up here. Oh, we could get Sam Darnold. The Darnold himself. Darnold. I gave him 4. I think I made him like this before the meltdown at the end of the season and just didn't. I try to kind of update the roster ratings. I didn't want to dip him too much, but yeah, I think I probably should have made him a little bit worse. He kind of blew it towards the end of the season. Cheyenne Hill, she's decent. Patrick Queen, he's got good power, good arm, contact versus lefties. Joe Alt is the guy I might be eyeing here. First base and catcher. He's not fast at all, but everything else is good. He's got durable too. And he's got $7.1 million cap. Juanita Hernandez, right field. Good defense and cannon arm. But she's 31. Adonis, 84 power, but he's 37 years old. Hurlington's pretty good, but he's 31. Sloop, I always like Sloop. Yeah, you like Alt? Durable too. If he has to play catcher, he has durable. Yeah, I think I like that too. He's only 22. Yeah, power versus lefties. Not the most powerful trait, but it's better than nothing. Let's do it. Brees Hall, outside pitch at center field. Oh, we already have center field. He'd be playing third base. Irene Fast. Lynetta Betta, we're not going for a closer. Shortstop. Mosley's decent, but he's 32. Aomanor, or Aomanor, I don't even know how that's pronounced. He's one of the rookie receivers coming in. Long reliever, I would probably not go for that right now. Maybe later, but not in the 6th round. That's way too early. Quiddy Pay, he's a solid second baseman, more focused on offense. 24. Michael Williams, young edge rusher coming in. Long reliever, 4 pitches. That's pretty good. And Tony DeGrande. Eh. Brees Hall would play third base. But he's also, we'd be paying the most amount of money for Brees just to play his second position. I'm not crazy about that one. Yeah, I was kind of leaning Michael.
Join us for a fall-winter season at the Barnyard Philharmonic.
Like, Brees Hall's decent.
Available now.
Hey, folks, 13th caller
I
gets tickets to the
I just can't really justify taking him, a decent player, to play his second position
Ish. How can it
as the most expensive player on the board this early. You know what I mean?
He's the best.
Yeah, I feel like Michael's probably the best pick. Let's go with Michael. All right, Levante David. He's 34. He's good. He's good. He has first pitch slayer. He's 34 years old. Kimmy Smoke, catcher, and not really a defensive catcher or an offensive catcher, really. Linda Hand, right field. Very good arm. Very good speed. Buck Swiner, left field. He'd be playing right field. He's pretty good. He's pretty good. He's only 25. Lucas Van Ness. He has very small accuracy. He has low accuracy. He's young, but Chip Duffers, first pitch prayer. I'll be playing, so we could work around that if we picked him. But he's 37, so Adam Thielen. If we were playing in no DH, yeah, 37. He'd be regressed pretty good by like week 5. If we're going no DH, I'd be open to Adam Thielen here because he can bat. 72 contact, 64 speed. But this is a DH league, so kind of lean around that. And if we wanted a closer, I mean, Tucker's good, but he's 34. But who are you going with? Oh, Big Country Buck Swiner. Yeah, I think that's probably the best pick. Kimmy Smoke is 25. Yeah, you want Buck? Yeah, that'd be a solid outfield. Derek Stingley, Hufanga, and Buck Swiner. 23, 24, 25 years old. Shit. That's solid. That's solid. And he joins Moonshada and Joe Alt with the power. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He could have played right field too. He's not quite as good, but Montez Sweat. Pretty good second baseman. He's not the fastest, but he's solid. Everybody's solid, right? Like J.K. Dobbins, he's injury prone, but he's pretty good when he's... Oh my god, everybody's fucking solid. I gotta stop saying that. Sponge Dryden, he's 39. I'd say some of these guys, I feel like they're not actual SMB players. Is he a real player? Because I think I had to generate players to... What did I do? Generated players to turn them into rookies. And I feel like I might have missed one or two. Is this guy like I feel like I haven't heard his name before. Eduardo Electro. I don't think he's a real player. Oh, he is?
When multi-level markets are plummeting out of control.
Oh, I'm just a dumbass then. My bad. He's good though. Other than the obviously 0 contact, pretty 8 contact, but if he was younger, I might take the chance on him. Just to try to get contact at least up to 20, 25. But he's 29. We don't have time for that. You know what I mean? You want Scott? 28 years old, 3 pitches. 45 accuracy. He's a decent reliever. Splash Cashmore, he's 37. Doug Nerbert, he's fucking 37. Did you want Scott? That would put Discipline 1 player away from Tier 2. I'm not gonna lie, talking on stream is a lot more work than I thought it was gonna be. Yeah, go with Scott. Alright. Thomas Morstead, he's 38. He's good, but he's 38. Javon Holland, he's a good young shortstop. He could work. Amy Zoner. I've always kind of had a soft spot for Amy Zoner. 27. About as good as Holland with the 2 extra traits. She got 3 years on him though. Pedro Nixon, that's no. Good power, but Greg Dortch. We don't even have a number 2 starter yet. Oh, that kind of sucks. We'll have to start looking at that. Edgerrin Cooper, the linebacker, second base. More defensive. Calvin Ridley, he's okay, but Buck Swiner would be DH. Fuaga is a good reliever. I'm kind of between one of these two. Maybe Fuaga. But like, how deep do you really want to make the bullpen? Holland or Fuaga, is that what you're thinking? So either way, it'd be making one of these chemistries 1 player away from Tier 2. He's 23, 4 pitches. He has some high upside. He's only 20. We could probably find a shortstop, right? I think I'm leaning Fuaga. You cool with Fuaga? This draft is so long. We're not even halfway there. We got Steve the Monster. First pitch Slayer, 69 power. No questions. I think there's one question. Trevor Lawrence has workhorse, buddy. 24 years old. 4 pitches. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. You did, although to be fair, I already knew the stats. I made them. So I kind of cheated you on that. We do need another starter. But Rodney Park is really good. I think we can't. I don't think we can pass up on Lawrence. Kind of feels like he's been in the NFL for like 5 years at this point. Yeah, I think we gotta go. I think we gotta go T-Law. James Pierce Jr. He, in my other franchise, he developed really, really well. I know they're all different, but he became like, from season 1, I think I signed him mid-season, and it was all sim. And he developed to, I think, A minus in just the second half of the season. So that was kind of cool. Rob Glover's a good pick. Izzy Baker. Billy LeBoink. Great arm. Josh Reynolds, we don't really need him. We do need a third starter, but neither of these guys are really that interesting. Josh Simmons, the offensive tackle. Great defense. Oh, you know what? I'm sitting here thinking we have Joe Alt as catcher, but he's like our substitute. His defense isn't the best, but he's good, and he's only 21. Yeah, I think Pierce is probably the best pick. Oh, Cam Ward just went. Did you see that? God damn it. Ooh, Drake May as our number 3. I think that's kind of a no-brainer, right? Ralph Blue, shortstop. Austin Eckler, injury prone. He's kind of old. Wacky Luster. Two negative traits. Kobe King, linebacker from Penn State. 22, but he has no junk. Andy Dalton, the vet. Lawrence, 19 years old. That's tempting. And gets ahead. 68 velo. Miles Murphy. I think it's between these two. Drake May. A young 22-year-old Drake May is our number 3. Or Lawrence Wimple as our closer. I don't usually use closers, but our roster is looking solid as hell. Look at this. We need a DH, second base, shortstop. Ironically, aren't these two of the most important positions? And we need 2 more starters, and we need some more in the bullpen. We don't have any scholarly. Yeah, we don't. But Wimple was scholarly too. Yeah. That's why it's so tempting, because they're both. It's not like Drake May is 30 years old, an old crusty 30 like I am. He's only 22, and Wimple is 19. It's so hard. Pause. He has incredible fielding in case a comebacker comes back. I'm kind of leaning May just because I don't usually use closers, but if you guys want to take the closer, you guys can pick for me on this one.
A group of geniuses saw the big Gasconade at Red Rock and figured they could start a local competition of driving up a 90-degree rock face. They didn't make it
All
obvious.
right, let's go. Drake May.
Apparently they're fine. So are their trucks. What are those things made
It's
of?
a solid rotation so far. Russell Wilson to the Raiders. Oh shit, I hit the back button. That was close. All right, PJ Locke, long reliever. Yeah, I agree. I don't think I've ever used anybody that has 2 pitches. We got a lot of rookies in this round. So we got so PJ Locke, Broncos safety, long reliever, 3 pitches. If we didn't have Michael Williams, then maybe, but we don't really need him. Danny Stutzman, linebacker. Good power, good contact. He's only 22. Not a defense player. Nick Folk, he's 39. Don't like that. Yeah, the shitty defense. Yeah. That's kind of the the main reason that you would want somebody in the middle of the defense. Cam Akers, he's the exact opposite there. He has no offense, but he has defense. Yeah, like the difference is Guns Jackman is like an absolute monster offensively. He has no defense, but he's a monster on offense. So that kind of makes up for it. Max Duggan. We don't really need her. Cody Simon. Nah. Linebacker too. Rookie linebacker and rookie cornerback. Second baseman. He has good defense. He has no speed. I'm not sure why I gave him such low speed. But he has good contact. He's only 21. I'm kind of leaning Cam Akers. Like, I feel like that just plug him in at shortstop. He's only 25, so maybe he can develop. Maybe he should have injury prone based on his history, but I took it off, I guess. Azariah Thomas, the corner. Yeah, we kind of need some surplus, don't we? I like leaning it towards like the second or third from the left. Yeah, so we got, you like Cam? Alright, cool. That's where I was leaning too, so I'm down. Okay, Rashid Shaheed. Luckily there's no offense or off-field stuff going on, so we wouldn't have to worry about that. He would put Buck Swanner at DH, and he would start at right field. He has no defense. Elijah Arroyo, Miami? Rookie tight end, I think out of Miami. I want to say out of Miami. Great defense. Daniel Jones, the legend. 4 pitches, very little accuracy, 27. Noah Fant, decent. Trenton Gill, the punter, he's decent. Ryan Wright. Devon Vele, catcher, he'll put James Pierce at DH. And he would give us a second catcher, although we do have Joe Alt. And Jordan Lewis, great arm at second base. That's about it, though. Decent fielding.
Can't decide whether you're more hungry or thirsty? Cover all
That
the bases
defense
with a shot of
is
Super Gravy Gulp
pretty
today.
tempting, but
Reports are coming in of an accident with the Gravy Gulp mixer mobile. Sounds like a tank was punctured, and Gravy Gulp is spilling all over the road, creating a dangerously slippery street.
No fan? So if we go one of these guys, hypothetically, they're like the same player. That's so funny. But they're both tier 2 anyway, so if we wanted one of these two, it wouldn't matter. Noah Fan at second base is the most average. He's only 26, so he could develop, but he's just average. Daniel Jones. I think we could pass on that. I think JJ McCarthy might be coming up soon. I think he has injury prone. He should have injury prone. I keep looking at Arroyo, but we can't spend that money. Like, we'll save over $1 million by taking one of these two guys. Oh, wait a minute. What am I thinking? We have Hito. We have Hito Moonshot already, so we don't need Arroyo. Alright, they're like literally the same player. Let's go with Gil. He's 0.1 lower and he has Metalhead. Why not? Terrion Arnold. Oh, he would be such a beast at right field. Jamison Williams, he's super fast. Fryermuth, if we needed a catcher, he could be a decent fill-in. Kenneth Murray, he'd be a DH. Average stats, 25 years old. Robert Woods. I can't believe he's still in the league. I used to think he was really good. Miles Sanders, meh. Hayden Hurst, meh. Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson's not awful. His arm's not great, but he has pretty solid fielding at second base. We need somebody for second base, so. Or we can go Arnold at right field and put Buck at DH. Gibson will put us at tier 2 Spirited. Jamison Williams at second base too. I think it's between these three guys. Yeah, he doesn't have any traits. I think I want to say I had either injury prone or crap. I had a negative trait on him. Crap. The one where you dropped the ball, because he was having fumbling issues, and Belichick. Was it Belichick?
Right.
Must have been years ago then. Somebody benched him.
Just not too bright. Jeez.
Miles Sanders. He'd be at his secondary position. I mean, I guess he's fine. Little hack. And he's cheaper. Jameson or Terrion? Yeah. For some reason, I thought I had Terrion a little better. I thought I made him a little better, but yeah, we do need second base. Is Jameson the answer? Gibson or Jameson? That's very true. That's very true. Jameis can cover the side with his speed, and if you can get him on, you can fly. And he has base rounder. Yeah. I think that's probably the move. Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Bears. Alright, Samuel Cosme at catcher. We already have one. Jatavian Sanders at first base. He would be a DH. Jay Higgins, the linebacker, third baseman. Decent arm, but kind of corner at right field. I mean, that's solid. That's solid. Papa, what's up? You did make it. Sam Cosme will be a good backup catcher. He's an offensive lineman, Ed. What do you expect? Ennis Rakestraw, cornerback, long reliever. Not good. Jacoby Brissett as our number 4 starter, maybe? He'll play us a tier 2. Watch him rumble. You can't truck over guys, man. I've seen some big boys move. That boy ain't moving even for the food truck. Yeah, you're right. You're right. 9 speed. What a burner. Devin Singletary would be DH. And Desmond King would be a back. He would start at right field, put Buck Sweiner DH. As far as chemistry goes, is it even worth building up Scholarly to tier 2 at this point? We only have 1 trait so far. Maybe it'll be worth just leaning all in on Disciplined. I mean, we'll see. We'll see what we end up with. We still have 6 rounds to go. You really want Sam? Get some power in that lineup. Take Sam. So here's what we got so far at power. I don't know what you guys consider good power. What number would you say is the start of like good power? I'd probably consider like 70. I was thinking like 60, but either way, there's only 3. Yeah, 50 to 55, 65. 50 was good for me in the first game. 55 plus. I mean, yeah, it could also be helped by like traits and stuff like that and contact ratings. Got some decent contact in there. There's quite a jump off or a drop off from like the top 3 players. Yeah, tier 3 just will be high pitch, base rounder, volatile. Metalhead doesn't really.
Now,
Meh.
let's jam.
High pitch is like the only one. Moonshot is gonna be a fucking killer, dude. Oh my god. I never really used Moonshot very much. I guess I'm gonna learn. We got some decent speed. Those discipline traits are what I was expecting. Just one with this pitch specialty traits. Yeah. Yeah, kind of disappointing with traits wise, isn't it? Take a well-rounder for DH in case you need a sub. Okay, so we're back to Cosme. The absolute burner. Fucking 8 flat speed. If he gets a head start. I kind of like Sanders. I go Cosme here. Solid bat, solid defense. That's true. Speed's negligible. Yeah. Yeah, Brissett would bring Spirited to Tier 2, but we only have one Spirited trait right now. Power versus lefties for Joe Alt. He's already got 82 power. He'll be fine. And you need a second catcher. That's true. That would be our second catcher. We won't even need to touch that anymore. That's probably the move. Alright, so we got Shidobia Wuzie at right field. Pretty decent all around. Oh lord, he rumbling. Man, let that dude steal. You will not try to stop him. Darnell Washington, he's pretty balanced. Pretty solid power. Third base. Anthony Richardson, I don't want him on my team. He's just... I mean, maybe? 90 speed? Oh, that doesn't really matter in a DH league. Horse is good for the bullpen. Leave four seam, and he's young. That is true. He's only 20 years old. Injury prone, yeet. Yeah, we gotta yeet AR out of this conversation. Anderson is that's a well-rounded backup. Scholarly doesn't really matter. DJ James, good defense. Quentin Johnson. Okay, Butterfingers is the trade I was thinking of. Butterfingers on Antonio Gibson because he was fumbling the football and he ended up getting benched. I ended up taking that off. It was either that trade or injury prone. I ended up taking that off for him. Anyways, Trey Mondo, 19 years old. No on Quentin. You don't want the young goat? He's about to become the new Jerry Rice. Anderson or Mondo? So Mondo would bring us one step closer to tier 3. Crafty for no reason. Mind Gamer on Hufanga. So partial to the base roster. Not as familiar with your NFL dudes. Yeah, I gotta show them to you, like, as they come up each round. Because there are some guys that their ratings don't always match up exactly with what you would expect. But, I mean, it's fun when they come up and you see how good they are. Like, Hufanga and Stingley are basically the same player. Hamlet because you get Spirited Tier 2. Might draft more people with Spirited traits, get the bullpen done. I think I'm with you on Heimlich. Yeah, I think Heimlich's the way to go. That'll seal the bullpen. We only need pretty much bench players and one more starter. Yeet on AR, right? So, all right, let's go Heimlich. Prince I never I never knew how to say his name. I was call him Princely He's one of the rookies coming out. Shortstop, 23 years old. Goose Caboosler. Goose? I take it you guys want Goose. Alright, let's look at everybody else real quick. Murky Nubswubbles at right field. What the hell are those ratings? Travis Etienne. I don't know what happened to him, man. He used to be good. And he just fell off the map. He used to be really good. Melifonwu. Ifeatu Melifonwu, I think is how he's pronounced. Bench player. Clayton Tune, no thank you. Malachi Corley, I still think he could be good in real life. Wide receiver for the Jets. He just... Without Aaron Rodgers, I'm sure he'll be better. And Whopper Batsman at second base, 81 power, 23 years old, tough out. I mean, not bad. As a backup and a fill-in for the DH. Let's see those other dudes. Partial to Whopper and Goose. 15 contact. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not good enough to make up for 15 contact. Goose, Batman's not bad. Batman? Oh my god. Batsman. He's not Bruce Wayne. Batsman isn't so bad as long as you have tier 3 comp. 15. Yeah, 15 contact is going to destroy me. Even with tough out. Even with tough out, that would still bring me to like less than 50. So that is a fuck no on the Batman. I guess we'll go with Goose. Tier 3 discipline. Does my mic sound good, by the way? Tier 3 comp with massive upside. Yeah. I agree with that. He's 24. He might end up overtaking Cam Akers at shortstop. I mean, it's entirely possible. Alright, cool. Thank you. Alright, let's go with the Caboosler. I'll be honest, drafting is like my favorite part of this entire game. Okay, so we got Jaleel McLaughlin, Broncos running back. Pretty average all around. Good defense. Decent defense. Betty Sparks at right field, 97 power, 64 arm. Jalen Wright, Miami Dolphins running back. First base, 20 years old. Pretty decent. He's just a decent backup. Darius Slayton, Giants wide receiver, right field. Good defense. I mean, he could be a solid backup if we need him. And we have 3 scholarly traits and no scholarly players to represent. So that kind of sucks. Marcus Mariota, does he make a comeback? Number 4 pitcher. 30 years old. Only 3 pitches. Aiden O'Connell. Same thing, but he's only 26. And Evan Hall. Nah.
Okie dokie. We've got screener tickets to the new film, Oh, the Horrible Sadness.
I'm kind of thinking either McLaughlin, Slayton, or Mariota.
Real feel-good film. Probably European.
Because we only have a few rounds left to get that fourth
Now
pitcher.
your chance to win. Now for a new spin.
And Mariota would... I mean... I don't know. What do you guys think? Mariota is as good as a fourth pitcher is going to get. I think I agree, yeah. Like Aiden O'Connell, he's 4 years younger. And he gets us closer to tier 3 crafty. But again, we only have one crafty trait, so that doesn't really make a difference. And age doesn't really matter that much either, to be honest, because after season 1, or maybe during season 1, I'm just going to drop him anyway. So, yeah, late rounds, I don't know how this works, but it's a big risk missing out on Mariota. Yeah, I think Mariota's probably the best bet. Slayton's like a good backup. I picked him up in a few shuffle drafts before, and he's a solid like fill-in. But Mariota's probably the best move. Looks like a poor man's Elwood. Yeah, I mean, he's very balanced. Balanced in very below average, but he's not quite terrible. I probably still want him over Richardson, to be honest. I don't mean to be like bashing on AR today, but I guess that's where we are. Let's go Mariota. Russell Douglas, Trey Benson. In real life, he's... I want him to get a shot. But the Cardinals just extended James Conner, so... I don't know if he will. I mean, if we can get 2 more scholarly picks, we could bring scholarly to tier 2. God, I wanted Connor to replace, or Benson to replace Connor. So I agree, man. I was so excited for Benson coming out. Like, I think everybody knew that running back class wasn't going to be great. And I had Trey Benson as my running back 1 over Jonathan Brooks. He just didn't get a shot. James Conner's a good running back. He's good. Adam in Dynasty hopes to become RB1, but that was a swing and a miss. Yeah, especially with the extension that they gave Connor. Like, that just hurts. And then the Panthers gave Chuba Hubbard that extension. That whole, other than Bucky Irving, like that whole running back class last year was so bad. It's only won 1 year, but so far. Good for Arizona extending him. He does seem like a great guy, and he's a good player. It's just, we wanted to see Benson. We wanted Trey Benson. But I guess we'll see how it goes. Connor always gets hurt, so. Graphy slaps, we have tier 2 sign stealer. Adonai Mitchell, he's another one who should be better this year, but I think only if Daniel Jones takes over. Again, Anthony Richardson, yeet. Cam Taylor-Britt, he's a decent backup right fielder, left fielder. I kind of want Benson. We got to live out our alternate reality of where he becomes a good player. And again, it's only last year was just his rookie season, right? But Jesus Christ. Still got to get some bench outfield. That is true. Russell Douglas. He's pretty good. The chemistry doesn't really do anything for us, though. So I'm thinking either Taylor Britt or Adonai Mitchell. Taylor Britt covers the corners. Adonai does right field and infield. I'm partial to Douglas just to have a reliable glove on the bench. Yeah. Yeah, 68 fielding. Like, we're in a unique position to where, like, sure, we need outfield depth, but at the same time, we have 3 studs as our starters. You know what I mean? Like, everybody needs depth, but it's not quite as important. I feel like we can wait another round. Maybe not given the starters. Not much difference between the 3. Yeah, they're all... Like, I know a B- isn't elite, and he is, like, playing his secondary position. But our outfield is elite. Like, that defense is off the charts. Their starters are in a fantastic spot. They are. And Jameson Williams is our only second baseman. Trey Benson is there. Buck is as close to a B as it gets. He really is. He's... Like, none of his ratings are top tier, but he's very good all around. Like, even his 40 contact, like, it's not that big of a deal. And him playing his secondary position, again, it's not that big of a deal. Give him +5 contact and he moves up to a B. I bet +3 contact, to be honest. Sorry, I keep switching screens on you, but probably 43, 44 contact gets him there. Probably. Alright, so I think we're between... Is it these two? Maybe Taylor Britt as well? Taylor Britt does have better fielding. Slightly better fielding than Russell Douglas does. 68 to 71. They're pretty much the same. That's kind of one of the issues that I had making a bunch of players. I kind of made a bunch of players kind of the same archetype. You know what I mean? Especially like backup, like cornerbacks. I push scholarly. Yeah. We have 3 more picks. If we can get 2 of them as scholarly picks, we'll be in a good spot. I'd say Benson Hofer, corner outfielder with a big bat. I'm sure there's someone out there. Do you want to go with that? Want to go with Trey Benson? This soundtrack slaps, by the way. You guys all cool with Trey Benson? Yeah, him or Britt? Yeah, let's go. Let's go Trey. The soundtrack slaps outside this song. Honestly, like, I don't like this song, but I don't necessarily hate it. Like, it kind of just... I've grown numb to this one, honestly. Alright. Felix Anudike Uzoma. Long reliever. We don't need any more pitching. Kenneth Gainwell. If we needed another infielder, he'll be an excellent choice with utility. Third base infield. Good defense. Poke? TJ Tampa. Another good defensive outfielder who's also a cornerback that I happen to make. Curtis Samuel. Samuel got our outfield covered. He does. But look at that defense. 86 speed is great. And Steeler, that'd be tier 2. Oh, he's just going to be bunting. We'll use him as a pinch runner. He doesn't give you a great pinch runner. Yeah. And honestly, this puts us at a position to where our final pick could be Scholarly or Crafty. I guess either way will be fine. What traits do we have for Scholarly? Utility for Goose, Elite Four Seamer for May, Elite Four Seamer for Horse. So for the pitching, we'll probably need that. And Crafty, it's just Mind Gamer. It'll be just Mind Gamer and Steeler. Pinch runner for our food truck DH. He would be just a pure situational guy, like pinch runner. So I play on 6-inning games because I just think 9-inning is just a little too long for me. So maybe like late 5th, early 6th, we could put in Samuel as a pinch runner. I don't know yet if I'm going to chem lock. I haven't really, honestly, like 30 minutes before I went live is when I decided I was going to do this. I haven't really thought it through all that much. We could do a chem lock. I guess I would decide if we go blue or we go green.
Bring that gull blocker, or roll the dice, take your chance.
But yeah, we could go with Curtis Samuel here and then see what happens in the final round. He could be our food truck specialist. I think we're all in agreement, right? Curtis Samuel as our pick. Just for the balance, I get Scholarly tier 2 if you do Chemlock. Yeah, tier 1 Scholarly does hurt if it's a Chemlock. We do have one more round. We do need outfield depth. We do have one more round, but are we going to risk Scholarly not being there? Especially the last round is usually... The last round isn't usually, like... It's what, like 4 players, maybe? I've seen 3 players for the last round of the draft, so... It's kind of a gamble. Food truck. Food truck ain't doing outfield. Is that Sam Cosme's name? Food truck. Yeah, we'll go Curtis Samuel. See, I've seen 3. Yeah, for the final round. If we're trying for Scholarly, get that. And get the fastest guy last. So if we go Scholarly, we're going Gainwell. The utility. Oh, man. Although Trey Benson kind of does have... These two kind of have us covered already, to be honest. Right? Shortstop and infield with utility. Which is almost exactly what Gainwell is. And Trey Benson is second with infield. I think Samuel's probably the pick. I think you guys are right. And then we'll just risk whatever comes in round 22. All right, here we go. Okay, okay, okay. We can make that work. Let's go. Alright, so Leonard Floyd, shortstop. We already know who we're picking, but we'll just look at these players. 32-year-old shortstop infielder with good defense. Audric Estime, first baseman, shortstop, 21 years old. Good power. I gave him 15 fielding because he had fumbling issues his rookie year. So I was like, he might drop the ball. Bailey Zappi. What if I accidentally pushed one of these guys? Bailey Zappi, C- starter, 25 years old. Man, that could have been a thumper. Audric Estime, you mean? 75 power? That's very true. But then again, like, if we would have picked somebody else, that could have completely changed who popped up on this round. He could have been a good developmental bat. And a good DH. Skyly and outfield. Yeah, Curtis Samuel and Witherspoon. Sorry about that. Curtis Samuel and Witherspoon have this locked down. 88 arm. Fuck yeah. Good draft, fellas. I was kind of hoping for Dig to pop up, though, to be honest. Maybe not that last pick, but one of these last rounds. He does have a cannon. 88 arm. Yeah, Dig would have been fun, man. Let's sim up to our game. To be honest, I don't know if I'm going to play the first game tonight. We'll look at some free agents and look what our team looks like. Alright, so we got... Might have changed some numbers too. That's what I'm usually looking for. So Pearson Food Truck. That's his name now, guys. Food Truck. Joe Alt. Joe Alt's a good developmental guy. Jameson Williams and Trey Benson. That's a good lottery pick. They're both young with their own pros and cons, and they might end up. I thought the Cosme was Food Truck. I thought that's what we were talking about before. They both have low speed, but Cosme has less than half of Alt's speed. Nah, you're good. You're good. Either way, like, Food Truck works. Like I said, a lot of players are kind of built the same archetype. Cosme's Food Truck. Alt could be Golden Corral. Yes. Sam, roll out the Food Truck, Cosme. Sam, catch that Food Truck, Cosme. Sam, the food truck is leaving. Why aren't you catching up to that food truck with your 9-speed, Cosme? But yeah, Jameson Williams. Yeah, Williams and Benson could be a fun, like, let's see if anybody wants to break out. And if not, there could be a good free agent next season. Or a good rookie, maybe. Hito Moonshada. Fucking stud. Yeah. Goose Kabusler and Cam Akers. That's a good 1-2 at shortstop. Very good. Yeah, 24. And shortstop. 16. I think I put 40 games actually. Maybe that's too long. Maybe I fucked up. Was that too long? I can always rotate playing and simming. So yeah, it's true. I could always export. We can decide on that in a minute. So we got Stingley. Buck's playing right field. Hufanga center field. That is such an elite trio. I'm so happy with this. So, Papa, in the first draft I was doing, I think it was like my second or third pick. We got Malik Neighbors at left field, and we had an opportunity to pair him with Brian Thomas Jr. at right field, but I opted for Jordan Love instead at as our number one starting pitcher. But that 1-2 with Neighbors and BTJ could have been great.
It's Canada's #1 predatory bird, I think.
Curtis Samuel and Witherspoon. Good depth. So we got Ace, Trevor Lawrence, Drake May, and Mariota. That's fun. That's a good top 4. Michael Williams, 21. He could develop into a really nice long reliever. It is wild. So let me check, because I don't always have it like. I don't always have ages like exactly. So he might be 25. Oh yeah, he did turn 25. Damn, he turned 25 in October. I really didn't pick up on that one. Yeah, I really slacked on that one. He's gonna be 26. Jesus. It does feel like he's been in the league forever. I would have guessed like at least like 27 at this point. And this 4-man bullpen here, Fuaga. Yeah, 28. Yeah, I could see 28. He's been here so long, done a bunch of nothing. So Fuaga, 4 pitches, pretty solid. J.K. Scott, 3 pitches, decent. 28. Horace Heimlich, he could develop. He could be a good developmental piece. And Trenton Gill, 3 pitches. Metalhead means nothing, in my opinion. But yeah, that's a fun roster. Gill looks like a good C. Yeah, I mean nothing's great, but nothing's like a glaring weakness. It could be pretty decent. Okay, so. Oh my god. No. The GOAT is in free agency. I'm not going to take him. I'm not going to do it. But he's right there. How are this high free agents after shuffle draft? Because it's my my NFL league plus the Super Mega Baseball League. There's 32 teams in the draft, but there's still only so many players that could be picked. And it's the random draft settings. So like Nico Collins, Rashawn Slater, like these are the guys that I made. I don't know why Andrew Thomas is this high. James Conner, there's that asshole. Brian Thomas Jr. Yo.
Want to grow your investments?
Makes sense. It is a crazy free agency pool.
Trustee, futures,
dude, look at this though.
financial regulation certification.
Travis Hunter. Gotta get Hunter.
It's time to
He's only 10 million. I feel like that's not even that bad.
Cargo racks. It's
That's really tempting.
had it in line.
5 pitches.
Power pair.
Build a team around him. Make the rebuild about him. Oh man. So in the last draft, Papa. It feels so weird saying Papa on stream. But in the last draft, we took Shador. We took Shador, and I think was it the 7th round? We could actually look, see if he's here. No, he's not. He's a C+. Is he a 2-way in your league? Are you talking about Hunter or Shador? Hunter is, yeah, 2-way outfielder. Which kind of sucks because we don't need another outfielder. If we had a hole at outfield, oh man. Or my bad, I get them mixed up. Nah, you're good. They're both the Colorado superstars, so. Oh man, Elmo Slayer is available. So many superstars. I'm gonna watch him just in case, just because. Aaron Rodgers, nobody wants him. He should retire. Not as well versed on NFL prospect. Yeah. I mean, especially with the draft coming up in a couple weeks. I'm really excited for that. Which maybe I should do. So after the draft, I'm going to update the rosters with the rookies on the right teams and everything. I mean, maybe I should run a franchise after the rosters are updated, maybe. Rodgers could be low-key solid. I mean, he looks good, but he's fucking 40 years old. Brady Specialist, yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. He'd be tier 2 with us. Yeah, he'd be tier 2. I don't know why I put Jeremiah Trotter Jr. as a 2-way. Maybe I should have done that. Yeah, 2-way or Righty Specialist is like super OP. Especially if we could get Crafty up to tier 3. Let's look at our long relievers here. Buzz. James Cook. Baron Browning. Dulcich. Josh Reynolds. Bigsworth. So Mason Taylor. Tight end. LSU. He could be decent, but I mean, I don't think we need him. Might as well look at him though. Take a little gander. Kelvin Banks, offensive tackle / relief pitcher. Mozzie Smith, he's pretty good. Developable. And we got some good ass closers too. Younghoe Koo, 30 years old. 80, 80, 60, 4 pitches. Evan McPherson. And Rogan Balls and Franzilla. We didn't even really look at the position players. We looked at until Travis Hunter popped up and it was like, holy shit. Did you mostly make kickers? So I made the better, like the best kickers, closers. Most of the kickers and punters are relievers, and backup starters and backup quarterbacks are starting pitchers. Which, yeah, I mean that's why we have Mariota. And a lot of the rest of the players I just kind of, just went by feel. But that's why Younghoe Koo and McPherson are closers.
company.
And we saw Justin Tucker earlier. He was a closer.
Jam.
Yeah, if we still were looking for second baseman, Dante Jackson, Yacker Asherbomb, 98 power. I don't plan on signing anybody right now, but fucking Travis Hunter is so tempting. Odell, I don't know why he's still in the game. I still gave him magic hands, and he has injury prone now. 31 years old. He feels older than that. I thought Odell was like 34 at this point. Hang on 1 second. Oh, he's 32. You know, now that I think about it, I do usually update, like, I do usually tick everybody's ages up a little bit more when we get closer to the following football season. So it's a little off. Maybe I should mess with it. Mess with all the ages and then come back and we could do another one. But, Colston Loveland. Rookie tight end. I mean, we don't need to look at him, but it's fun. It's fun just to look at who's available. We go Blake Corum, Isaiah Bond, Slash Trips, man. Always tempted me. Pop, I'm still mad at you, man. Why'd you have to do that to me? No, I'm stuck with this guy. This bum-ass bum. Yeah, I bet he is. Slash is the GOAT, man. Slash is the best. Hammer's just been nothing but a disappointment, to be totally honest. He hasn't done shit. Every time I look up and Slash is up to bat for you, he's fucking hitting it into the outfield, bringing in runs. We got Nico. There's Brian Thomas. 22 years old. Again, just great stats all around. No traits, but he's 22, so he could get those traits. He could develop. Never cared much for Slash given the defense, but he's great. So why'd you take him, man? You could have left him for me. Look at that defense for Hammer. I mean, not as good fielding, but better arm. Yeah, you can't pass him up. I really don't blame you. I'm not actually mad at you. I was kind of hurt, but it is what it is, man. Xavier Watts, the safety. Speed, man. Speed kills. 95 speed. That is so crazy. 88 contact. I just wish Hammer could hit a freaking ball, man. Like when the team needs you, you just fold. I mean, come on. PDOs right away. We got Jameson Williams. One contact. Mariota, you are not going to get anything. Is Bats bound to wick? I hope so, man. Because if it doesn't, we're done at this next game. And it's just a clean sweep for you guys.
Vertigo's Pizza, where the pizza spins so fast.
I should show you guys, actually, the unis. So we got our home jerseys and away jerseys. I don't know why it says Odell on the back. I think it just chooses random names. And we have the alternate, all black. What do you think? Yeah, the all black is pretty sick. If you guys want to see another team sharp with the trim. I love the blue like accenting the black. So clean. If you guys want to see like uniforms from another team, I can bring them up. Not from franchise, I don't think. I should be able to. Oh yeah, I can bring them up. If you guys want to see another team. You're a Cowboys fan? Get the fuck out of here. Oh man. Sorry to hear that, man. Let's look at their team real quick. Dwayne Stafford, Uanga, Rhonda Horn. Got my man Garrett Bowles, long reliever, Quentin Nelson. To be honest, I'm not too impressed with their team. Look at those unis. Home unis and away. I should probably change the color. I don't know why that's... Hold on. While we're here. Text. Maybe with like a... That's probably fine, right? And then we have the alternates. You remember these? Those Tony Romo days. The white is very strong. Maybe I should calm that down a little bit, but yeah, you like them? We'll save that. What was I gonna do? Let's look at our economy. So we're gonna get 557K every week. Here's what our starting lineup. Alright, so we got Derek Stingley leading off. Hufanga batting second. Hito Moonshot number 3. He's going to get some RBIs, man. At least I hope. I'm not the best at this game. I don't think I'm god awful. Like you can see, I'm ego 65. I'll have my days. We got Golden Corral himself. Buck. What's his name? Big Country? Jameson Williams. Oh, they got... I mean, I guess that makes sense because of defense. Got Food Truck playing center. James Pierce at DH.
told
Goose
me this.
Caboosler, batting at 9.
Favorite songs. Yeah. Go
Big
ahead.
country, very fitting for Buck. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think that's a pretty good roster. As for money, how much would you guys consider a lot of money? Like a big set? I know it depends on the player and position, but is it like when you reach 7 million, you're getting kind of expensive, or is it 8? Anything over 9? Is that $9? Anything over $9 is a bit too expensive for me. We only got 3 guys in the triple digits. Yeah. Oh man, so I think that's a solid roster. My question is, should we export the league and do a 16 game seasons, or should we just do, you know, like alternating playing and simming? Because what I usually do is I'll play the first game, I'll sim the second game, I'll play the third game, play the fourth, or sim the fourth game, like alternating. But then once I get to the second block, each block is 4 games, I'll do the reverse. So then I'll start with simming, then I'll play, sim, play, play, sim, play, sim, sim, etc., etc. That way we get to use all of the pitchers an even number of times. And we also get to sim half the games. I think it's a solid roster though. I like the draft. I think we did a good job working together to make our picks. Actually, I want to take a look at the Bengals roster. If we're playing against Zach Ertz as their number 1 pitcher, I'm sorry? What?
Tired of the old you? Take that cellulite and
Oh
shape
my
it into
god, their
realistic
pitching is
looking
god awful.
Sculpt your bad parts into
Jacoby
good
could be
parts.
decent,
Like
but he's not a
Lipo.
number 2.
Actual muscles not guaranteed.
Donovan Smith,
Folks, you'll
he has
wanna
no
look at the
accuracy.
highway this morning. There was a
Carrie
jackrabbit
Wayward, she has no
traffic
velo.
down to a crawl. Fortunately, this next track
Zach Ertz is decent, but he could be a number 3. Both these guys could be number 3s. If I don't put up like 6 runs at least on Zach Ertz, like, I don't know what I'm going to do. Put the fries in the bag, as they say. Sauce Gardner, Elvis Stanley, Lloyd Cook, Mixon, Brandon Scherf. That's a good roster. Offensively, Kay Gutterson, Marlon Humphrey, Marco DeMarco. For B's and above, yeah, it's pretty good. That's where all their draft picks went. Zach Ertz was their number 1 starting pitcher. That's yikes. All right. Alright, so I think I'm gonna end things right here. I don't have like an actual schedule in mind, so I'll let you guys know next time I go live, and then we can start with game 1. And we can decide if we want to do 40 games and play and sim, or export the league and do 16 and play every game. So we'll see what happens. I just want to leave the screen on Travis Hunter, man. Oh, man. He is too good. He is so tempting. We don't need him, but he's so tempting. I think 40 play sim sounds good. It does, yeah. It gives you a bigger sample size. Yeah, because one bad game or one good game could completely skew like everything for your stats, especially pitchers. Like maybe Mariota turns it around and he ends up having like a career season. You never know. Yeah, bigger sample sizes, specifically in baseball, are what you want to go for. All right, so yeah, like I said, I'll let you all know next time I'm live, and then we can play game 1 against these trash ass Bengals, and we can go from there. All right, you guys. Thanks for joining the stream, and have a good night.